What's going on YouTube? Kyle Later, aka Smooth Flipper, and this video I'm gonna go over some questions that I've been getting asked. So, for those who don't know, Facebook, different apps are constantly changing their algorithm, meaning when you post ads, they're not gonna get the same exposure as they used to get. I remember a couple, maybe 2 years ago, I would post in Facebook groups and would usually get all my leads from the Facebook groups because the Facebook algorithm wasn't so bad to where people saw my ads in groups. As now, I'll probably will get maybe 5 to 10 a day from Facebook groups. So the algorithm is changing. You have to realize this when you're doing this business, and a lot of people don't realize this, which is why I'm getting that question. Why have my leads stopped coming in? Why am I not getting the same amount of views as I did before? Why aren't I getting the same messages that I did before? Because I remember there was a time where I would get up to 5,000 views on my marketplace ads and up to 80 messages. Now that has slowed down a bit due to the algorithm. So I had to change some things up, and I'm going to go over these things right now. So I think people fail to realize that this is a business. Um, at the end of the day, this is a business. I don't care if you are doing this part time as a hobby, full time. It's a business, and businesses change. Business changes over time. Business tactics change over time, and just the whole entire structure may change over time. I think people fail to realize that. So when they do, hit a roadblock, they don't know what to do because they don't understand that this is business at the end of the day, um, and they're not the only people going out and doing this. So again, keep that in mind. This is a business. It changes constantly. You have to be on your toes when it comes to the changes, and you have to have a solution for the problem that you are having. Now, one thing that I've been seeing, phone flipping has been around a long time, but it's starting to become more popular due to the ability to post on different platforms and get more phones. I remember, like I said, I'll be able to post on Facebook groups and Craigslist. There were other options like the newspaper or if somebody wants to, pay for a radio ad or a billboard, that's another option. But now there are so many different platforms that you can install on your phone to make these ads and to get leads. So that has came to be. It's a lot more advanced now, and a lot of people are getting on this phone flipping wave because it works because it's easy fast money. But one thing that a lot of people don't realize is that when a lot of people start to do the same thing over and over again, you see people, consumers, your leads, people who are looking at marketplace and see your ads, it's starting to become repetitive. If I see, excuse me, if I see three ads with the same structure, then there's nothing that these three ads are doing to separate themselves from each other. I see three pictures of phones and money with the same title. Nothing really stands out. And I think a lot of people are doing that. I mean, those were the times where money and phones would get you a ton of leads. But I think a lot of things have changed when people are scrolling through and they're seeing the same thing. They kind of just scroll past it. I've done it before. I've been scrolling and seeing the same ad, and it no longer catches my eye. So, even if let's say someone was to see your ad on Monday, they get a new phone on Tuesday, um, and they want to sell their phone. If you're putting out ads that are repetitive that they saw on Monday, then it won't catch their eye. If they're searching for someone to buy their phone on Wednesday, and your ad is a lot different than it was on Monday, then you probably could catch their eye. So that's how I think about things. That's how I go about trying to make my ads stand out. But you don't want to become repetitive. You don't want to, be like the next competitor. We all have competition in our area. Figure out what they're doing and try to stand out. So there are many things you can do to stand out. It's all about your market. It's all about your area. So what I would suggest you guys do is study your competition. What are they doing? Are they picking up phones? Are they selling locally? Just figure out some things that they're doing, and if it's working for them, you can kind of implement that into your business, but just kind of put your own little twist onto it, so you're not just copying exactly what they're doing, but put your little twist on it, and you have to see if it works or not. So standing out is important. I know there's some areas, like Houston, Texas, Florida, Miami, Florida. Those areas are flooded with people who are flipping phones, a bunch of cell phone stores who are also catching on this wave of being able to post on Marketplace and get, foot traffic. So, um, keep that in mind. You're not the only one doing this. So you have to do something to stand out and make your ad a little bit different to where if someone was to be scrolling through it, they'll stop, just because they saw your ad, flash by. So do that, try to stand out, and last but not least, test different markets. Um, Business is about trial and error. You're not gonna find the golden ticket, your first round. I mean, it happens to people. That's good, but I've noticed that it's a lot of trial and error. You have to test different markets. You have to figure out what works for your area. What I do in my area may not work for someone who's living in Vermont or somewhere small like that. It might not work. So it's up to you to figure out what works for your area and implement that into the business. I've tested different markets. I've tried Facebook ads, paying for Facebook ads in different areas. I know some areas that I do travel to work they work a lot with Facebook ads. And some areas like where I'm at now is not really Facebook ad friendly as far as I don't get many leads from paying for Facebook ads. So it's all up to you to test different markets, figure out what works for your market, figure out what works for your business, and try to stand out because again, everybody's catching on to this phone flipping wave. You're gonna have competition. You're gonna see people doing the same things over and over again, and it just becomes repetitive. So stand out and find a way. It's all about finding a way. Um, so yeah, if you guys found some value from this video, if you guys enjoyed it, please drop a like. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. Check out the links in the description, and I will see you in the next video.